I think we're live. Oh,
Yes,
hello
we're live now.
everyone. Yes, so my name is Valdrin, and I'm a senior analyst at BeInCrypto. And today with me is going to be Konstantin, who is the global trader at BeInCrypto, and we are going to discuss the various scenarios for the future of the Bitcoin price movement. Okay, I'll start first and I'll give my thoughts on the market. So I usually like to start on the weekly time frame and then move towards shorter time frames, just so we get a clearer idea of what's actually going on. And so yeah, here's what I actually see on the weekly time frame. So first, this area right here is important. So this 19,300 area, because it did act as resistance during the December 2017 all-time high, and then afterwards it sort of turned to support here with this small wick, and then it definitely turned to support right here. So basically I'm kind of considering this as sort of a bullish bearish threshold. So as long as we're above it, we can still see upside, but if we're below, then this area will very likely turn to resistance. And another thing which seemed interesting to me is this RSI movement here. So during the June lows, the RSI was at 25, which is noticeably lower than even during the December bottom, and much lower than during the March COVID crash. And even if we go to a chart which has more data, so yeah, this weekly RSI low here is actually an all-time low. And another interesting development to me is that the RSI has now moved outside of its oversold territory. So historically, once the RSI moves into oversold and then outside, this has been a mark of just using the log here for better visualization. So the first time this occurred was here. So we had this oversold, then move up, and then this oversold and move up. So this has only happened twice before, and both have marked long-term bottoms. But I really do not like this bearish engulfing candlestick right here. I was much more bullish prior to last week when we had this massive decrease, which effectively canceled out roughly 3 weeks of gains.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you, Konstantin, go on the weekly time frame, or maybe I continue. I'm not sure how you wanna play this out.
Yeah, well, I'm very curious. Once we break the 19,000 mark, what do you think? Where could we bottom? Do we go back to the previous low, or could we go to 3,000 something?
Well, yeah. So my first area with a lot of movement would be somewhere here. So this 11,700 area, because it had numerous touches, and after it actually broke in October 2020, we had this massive run up here to the then all-time high of April 2021, and then the other the actual all-time high of November. But yeah, so if you break that, maybe somewhere here, and yeah, probably, I mean, there are no more important fib levels. So if we break that, I think we could go here, because there is a very basically, I'm assuming there's zero volume here. I don't think there are any traders still caught up from here. If they caught the move here, then the others sold here, or they're holders, but I really don't think there are any people holding from these 5 weeks right here. So yeah, if we break this, I'd say we go straight down to 11.5, 11.6.
Yeah, I think so too, that we can go very low very fast once we break the 19K. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen now. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going from monthly time frame to daily basically. And what I want to see in the monthly chart for bullish trend reversal is an upticking histogram of the MACD. So what we can see in all the previous bottoms, we had upticking histogram, and we came very close to that in this August. But with the last week, we basically destroyed a lot of bullish momentum, and we probably don't close with an upticking histogram of the MACD this month. So we definitely don't see bullish confirmation in the monthly chart, just looking at that. But once we see it, I turn fully bullish. And we also have some issues with some key resistances. So what I'm looking at as a Fibonacci trader is always the golden ratio. And what we can see here is in the 2013 high, we had to break this level here that you can see here. It's roughly 780. And we got rejected very hard at that level and reached down. But once we broke it, we had a full-blown bull run. And the same thing happened here, where we were rejected at the golden ratio, pretty exact actually. And once we broke it, we had a insane bull run from 13K to 69. And right now we are really far away from that golden ratio resistance. We couldn't even break the 50-month EMA. So the first golden ratio resistance would be at roughly 27,000, and we didn't touch it yet. So this is kind of bearish, but there's still some bullish momentum left in my opinion, because we didn't break the series of higher lows. So even now we still did a higher low. It was very close actually, but still. And also we didn't break the series of higher highs. So for me, we still have some chances of a bullish trend reversal maybe in the next month, but it doesn't look too good, to be honest. Like, especially once we break the last low at the 7,600, I think we can go very low very quickly. I see a support level between the monthly closes of the previous 2018 high and extreme highs, so between roughly 14K and 20K. But after that, yeah, in my opinion, we could even go down to 6,000, just because once we break that level, I think there will be a lot of bearish momentum coming in.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like the monthly close especially is extremely important. And yeah, basically last week really ruined it for us.
Yes.
Like we
So
could
it
have
was
still...
really unexpected as well. But
yeah, I agree.
If I look at all the altcoins, Solana, Avalanche, or any others, like all of them got rejected at the golden ratio, which is kind of a bearish confirmation of the trend. So
Yes.
yeah, we have to see if we can bounce from here, because if we don't see bullish movements in the next few days, 2 weeks, we probably go lower. That's what I think.
Probably go lower. Yeah. Okay, so I'll share my screen now again. It's mine, perfect. So yeah, I'm moving to the daily time frame now. So yeah, the daily movement to me was extremely weird, because so first we had this like consolidation right here, a period of slightly more than a month, and then Bitcoin did manage to break out from this descending resistance line, which at the time of the breakout had been in place for 110 days. And also, just prior to that breakout, the RSI did its own breakout. So like at this time right here, so on July 18 and July 19, so, oh, sorry, I need the vertical line here, my bad. Yeah, so at this time we basically had the RSI breakout above 50 and also a price breakout from a descending resistance line. But then Bitcoin failed to even reach the 0.382 fib, which is like the first fib resistance area. So this was an extremely weak move to me. And afterwards, like the RSI broke down from its ascending support line. Now, as was the case in this resistance line here, so RSI breakouts very often precede price breakouts. So in the resistance line, the RSI broke out sometime here when the price was still below. And in this ascending support line here, the RSI broke down on August 17th, which was like 2 days prior to the price decrease. And now, like this line is still holding. Barely, but it's still holding. So yeah, like the RSI has broken down. So if that line breaks, I'd really turn bearish because I know I'm still holding. Because yeah, like you said, like we're still technically making higher lows, even if you consider this the low. So we can still draw an ascending support line here. But yeah, it's gonna be really close. And what I really dislike, and this like ties a lot into potential Elliot wave counts, is this channel right here, because like channels usually contain corrections, and the fact that we are trading in a channel and are even trading in its lower portion, so right here it's really bearish to me. So yeah, these are like my, let's say, the main two areas that I'm keeping an eye on. So if we break down from this channel here, I'd say that this entire upward movement was corrective, and then we're heading lower to like the areas that we discussed prior. But if by some chance Bitcoin manages to like break out from this short-term line here, like it's doing a really nice push right now, and then eventually reclaim the middle of the channel, which would also be a reclaim of this 22k area right here, then like I'd start turning bullish, and maybe like instead of being a channel, this was some sort of wedge. So let me just clean this up here. So in this case, maybe we had a wedge, and now we're doing some sort of like ABC correction. But I don't know, it's like way too early to say, and the way things are looking, like I don't know, this breakdown seems more likely, at least to me. But hey, you never know, like until the structure breaks, I don't think that I can obviously call it yet. But like in the longer term, this would have some really big implications for me, because right now there are two main counts I'm watching. So the first is that we have completed this ABC here. So from the all-time high, we had an ABC. A and C had an exactly 1.61 ratio, which is pretty common. And then we had this, probably like this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So yeah, this would be the bullish count for me, in which now we have begun either a leading diagonal, or we had some truncation right here. So something similar to that. Again, this is if we manage to hold on above the channel. But if we do break down, then my main count would be this, which I obviously do not want to see right now. But yeah, so this would be like the fifth final wave, which really takes us like way down. Obviously, maybe if we use a fib here. So yeah, 1.61 would be at like 13k, so this would be some sort of a minimum. So this does fit really well with the channel. So yeah, if we do break down from the channel, then very clear fourth wave, and then yeah, we'd be going down. So I mean, this would even have larger implications for me, because then like considering we have a 5-wave downward movement here, then most likely we'd have this like big ABC, which eventually takes us even lower. Obviously, like the time is messed up here and way too early to call, but yeah, like if this is a 5 waves down instead of just ABC, I'd be like extremely bearish. So very crucial movement coming up right now.
Yeah. So you mentioned the 14K, right, in your wave count?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, so
that would be still a very good bottom. To be honest, I mean, we're trading at the 20,000, 20,018 highs. So this is this is a good situation to be in, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
As long as we don't see like a complete breakdown to 3 or 6,000, I consider this still bullish. But I'm a little bit concerned about the Ethereum because the Bitcoin dominance drops significantly, and I think people are more looking at Ethereum right now.
Definitely.
Do you think there could ever be like a flippening?
Actually, yes, even though I'm still more of a Bitcoin maxi, but I mean, you could say that Ethereum has even like fueled the past bull runs because, like in mid 2020, we had the DeFi craze.
Yes.
So
And
lots
before
of
that, the ICO.
the ICO, and then we had the NFT. So yeah, basically 3 bull runs. All 3 have, even if they haven't been fueled, like Ethereum played a very large role in it. So yeah, sure. Like oh no, that's a Ethereum was actually one of the reasons why I'm still being just a little more bullish, because like unlike Bitcoin, there is definitely no channel here. Like I mean, so yeah, Bitcoin has basically just been like moving like this, really choppy, channely,
Yeah.
which is usually a corrective movement, while Ethereum has the opposite. It has like broken out, pretty clear 5 waves up, like either this or even this, right? And now seems to be validating that. So I mean, it was rejected here, but I don't know, like it still has the outline of a potential bullish structure, while Bitcoin just looks really bad.
Yeah, totally agree. So my stakes would be on Ethereum rather than on Bitcoin right now.
Yeah, even the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, like I'll just move to that really quick. Like massive increase since the June lows, right? So we had these June lows right here at like 0.05 satoshis, and we've had a 50% increase over the past 2 months. So like massively outperforming Bitcoin. But even this, it does seem like it wants to. Okay, so yeah, we had this bearish. Sorry, with this bearish divergence prior. So even this looks like it wants to retrace.
Yeah.
But then you never know. And even if I remember correctly, wait, I need a cleaner chart. Okay, never mind. So yeah, even this like weekly RSI has broken out here actually. So this was the bearish divergence trend line. So yeah, actually Ethereum looks a little better to me, even though it was rejected.
Yes. Yeah, great. I think we discussed every angle.
Yeah. Oh. So okay. So one more thing for the bullish side, I would like. It's not actually TA, but it's like some on-chain stuff, which I thought were interesting. So okay, first I do the hash ribbon. So basically, this is an indicator that shows minor capitulation. So during these periods with light red, these periods show that mining costs are higher than rewards. So basically, miners are running at a loss. And when they have occurred for a long period of time, it usually marks the bottom. And like yesterday we had this bullish cross here. So basically miners had capitulated for 70 something days, the difficulty adjusted downwards. So now we have a bullish cross. So basically this gives a sign of a bottom. And like there are many other like mining indicators which have bottomed. So Pule multiple would be the other. So this is like, I mean, the movement here would be similar to other RSI. So it goes down to oversold territory, and once it moves upwards, it means that the low has been made. And yes, several other like readings which all show this like all-time lows. So yeah, basically this June low here had these readings which only occurred during like market cycle bottoms. So yeah, lots of conflicting signs right now, to be honest. Like some potential absolute bottoms, but then again the price action does look bearish, especially after last week. So yeah, this is, I know, just like some food for thought. But yeah, I thought it was interesting just how much the readings show oversold conditions.
Yes, I think we are on the verge, but maybe just not yet. So maybe
Yeah.
it takes a few more months, but I think the bottom is pretty close. I don't think we will
Definitely.
see another bear market like for 1 or 2 years. That would be very bad, and I don't think it will happen.
Yeah, definitely. So maybe like one final flush out to like lower, and then like gradual consolidation until eventually a new bull market begins.
Exactly, and that's also like a cool trick, just to place very low buy orders, just in case
Yes,
if you have a
agree.
flash crash, especially in
Yeah.
2020 with the COVID crash.
Oh yeah,
We got
definitely.
down and bounced like 100% instantly. Like this is
Yeah,
crazy.
it was just a week. Like even in the daily, in the weekly it looks even better. But even in the daily, there was like a 58% bounce in just one day.
Yes.
And like
So this is
yeah, in
some
the
quick money.
definitely, like yeah, in the weekly it's just like one big wick. It crashed down, immediately pumped, and then like gradually increased until it eventually broke out.
Yeah. So let us be the bulls to set the buy orders, the buy walls to protect Bitcoin.
Definitely.
So I personally don't see any chat or like questions or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, me neither. Some yeah, so maybe this was it. Like, I mean, we gave our thoughts. Like, I think that covers what like we believe will happen. Correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh, great. Okay, so it was a great session, and like I'll hope to see if anyone's watching. I hope to see you on the future sections next week. And yeah, don't forget to join us in Telegram.
Yeah, and don't forget to join the premium group, which is free. Instructions are in the open Telegram group. So
Perfect.
make sure to contact Hesley, our admin. And yeah, let's take it from there. And thank you very much. I really appreciate
Perfect.
your opinion, Valdrin.
Yes, me too, Konstantin. Thanks, and have a nice day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.